Hey guys, it's Ginny. I know it's been a while since my last video. I'm sorry for that, but I've been really busy since I got home. I first of all was just spending a lot of time hanging out with my friends and family, catching up. I didn't work for the first month, or not a whole month, I guess. For the first like 3 weeks, I didn't work. I have started going back to work now. I'm working 2 jobs part-time, which equals out to like full-time. I bought a car and I got a dog, so I've been really busy. I'll show you my dog. She will come here. Lady. Alright, this is my dog, Lady. She's not very photogenic, but she's really cute. She is a long-haired dachshund, and she's 10 years old actually. I got her from a family member who couldn't keep her anymore, so she's a really good dog, so I'm really excited because I've wanted a dog for like 10 years. Anyway, moving on to the Q&A, which is the point of this video. I know a lot of you guys are probably waiting for this because it's been like a month and a half since I said I would do it. I know I have a lot of new followers, so to those of you who are new, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate every single subscriber I have. I actually have 70 subscribers now, which is a lot. And I am guessing a lot of you who are new subscribers are doing Tapif this year. Congratulations if you found out that you're doing Tapif this year. It's really exciting. I remember being super excited around this time last year, and I hope that my videos are helpful to you guys. And I just want to repeat, like, I'm always here to answer any questions you might have. My experience may not be your experience, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to know everything that you need, but I would love to be helpful to you. So I am going to go ahead and start with the questions. These are questions that have been asked over the past like month or two, and I've just been saving them up. These are questions that I just didn't have time to answer, or some of you asked them specifically for the Q&A. So here we go. The first question is from Sammy, and it says, you make about 790 euros a month. Do you still get paid during your breaks and time off? I know in one video you said you were sick and you made up time by proctoring exams. How does that work? So, yes, in the program, I made about 790 euros a month, and you get paid just once a month at the end of the month, which makes it a little complicated. That's why they recommend, and I recommend, that you save up as much as you can this summer before you go. And it depends where you live. I know certain regions pay more, not a lot. I think some of the, like, what are they called? The territories like Guadeloupe and Martinique or whatever, they might pay a little more. I'm not sure. And do you still get paid during your breaks and time off? Yes. The breaks, there are 2 weeks in October, usually about 2 weeks for Christmas, and then 2 weeks in February or March, and then 2 weeks in April. For me, those 2 weeks were like started the 26th or something, so I didn't really, that was just the end of my contract. If you're lucky, you might have like the first 2 weeks of April, and then you could either be done earlier, or you could like have a week after that of teaching. So you get paid the same every month regardless of the breaks. So that's just how they do it, because I think because they know like you're there and you're living off of that money, and if they didn't pay you enough to live off of for the month, you wouldn't be able to do the job. So they pay you the same every month regardless of the breaks. The making up by proctoring exams. So I had been sick, and a lot of the schools, at least the one where I worked, she said, first of all, if you are sick, it's best if you just like go to the doctor and get a sick note. But I don't like to do that unless I'm like really sick. But French people go to the doctor more often because it doesn't cost them anything like it costs us here. And so anyway, I didn't go to the doctor, but she was like, well, we usually just, unless you missed a ton of days, we just try to make it up somewhere else. So she told me that they didn't really have a time that would work out for me to make up my actual classes because the students would have to be available also, and it was towards the end of my year there. And so she told me that they had practice exams coming up and that I could be a proctor for them to make up the hours. That's just my specific school. I don't know if that would be an option for everybody. I didn't ask her about that. She suggested that to me. So I just went there and sat in the room with a couple other teachers while students were taking their exams. It wasn't anything complicated. You just watch and make sure they're not cheating is basically what I did. Then Sammy also continued with, I'm interested in getting a second means of income while I'm there. Do you know any Tapif people who had luck getting a second position on the side? Yes. I have a friend who did a nannying job, so she had her schedule with her school, and then she babysat for kids after school. So obviously you're not going to have any conflicts with that because the kids are home after school. So, and she's only working during school hours. So she made quite a bit of a decent amount of money doing that because it was, I think 5 days a week or 3 days a week maybe. I don't know, but they paid good. It just depends on the family you find. So you could do something like that. I know you could do tutoring. I actually, when I first arrived, a teacher asked me if I wanted to do some tutoring for, I think it was an adult that he knew. Don't remember who. But I was still getting settled in, and I had a lot of problems when I first got there, so I declined. But you could always put up posters and signs. If you live in a bigger city, it's probably easier to find people that are interested in that. You could post that kind of thing at like a university or something. And so tutoring for English. So the assistant visa doesn't allow you to get a second job because they want you to be available for their time and so they can change your schedule and stuff. So that's why it's technically not allowed. So your visa won't allow you to be hired for other things. But you can do something like babysitting or tutoring, that kind of thing. Let's see. Next question is from Erica. I was wondering if you could do a video on things you might have packed that you regret bringing with you in your luggage, or things you forgot that you really wished you had, or a general packing guide. So this is something I definitely plan on doing for you guys. I actually had a few people ask for this, so I will definitely be doing that. I know if you're doing Tapif, you won't be leaving until probably September, so I will be posting it hopefully by mid-August at the latest. It's going to be my goal, but I've been busy, so I will try and get it out by then. I don't want to make the goal like next week. So I will definitely be doing that for you guys, talking about packing, what I brought that I'm glad I brought, what I shouldn't have brought, what I should have brought that I didn't bring, all that kind of stuff. Next question is from Aurelien, and he says, do you plan on returning in France one day, or are you done with us for good? I definitely will at least come back to visit France. I don't know if I will live in France again, just because I don't really have a good reason to. I'm really close to my family and my friends, and I really want to stay in Michigan with my friends and family. So I don't know if I'll live in France again. The only reason I would is maybe if I did Tapif again, but I don't think I will. So I will definitely go back to France, though, to visit. Next question is from Sarah, and she said, how long did it take for the school to contact you? I know most of you guys watching already probably have been contacted, but maybe some of you haven't. I believe I was contacted with my arrêté de nomination in early July. So I know some of you have already gotten it, and it's not quite July yet, so that's great. If you haven't gotten it yet, just relax, it'll come. And I know they give you a date that you're not supposed to email them before if you don't have it. So I think that's in August too, early August. So I really wouldn't worry about it unless you're getting into August and you still don't have it. Did the assistants that you know have the same sort of class set up? Were they in charge of lesson plans? No. Actually, I feel like I had an unusual situation. I have heard of other assistants who had a similar one where they had to create lesson plans. But most assistants that I know of, maybe they would create a lesson plan from an idea given to them by the teacher, actually. So a lot of the times you might work with a teacher, and this seems to be the norm, is that the teacher will give you half of the class for half of the time, and then you trade so that you have 15 students for 30 minutes and then the other 15 for the last 30 minutes, and you just do the same thing twice. But they might give you a lesson idea based off of what they're teaching in class. I know a lot of students who had a situation, or assistants that had situations like that. So I think my situation was a little more unusual. That was actually my situation at the lycée professionnel, but at the regular lycée I had my own classes with about up to 17 students in each class, where I had to make a lesson plan for a full hour for those classes. Let's see. What else did she say? Oh, also for Sarah, she said, did a lot of people speak English in Munich? And could you make a video about what you packed for Tapif if you have a chance? So yes, I will be making a video about packing. And when I was in Munich, actually a fair amount of people spoke English. I was there with my friend who spoke German though, so that was really helpful. Alright, let's see. And the next one is from Carson. She said, was it hard to be away from family in a foreign country for that long? Yes, but I have studied abroad twice. Once for 1 semester, like 3 months, and then the other time for 11 months. I did go home for Christmas, but so I'm kind of used to it a little bit, as much as you can be, I guess. I don't know. For me, I'm really close with my friends and family, so it is kind of hard, but I also, when you're in another country, it's somehow easy to make friends with other foreigners. Like, you just have something in common already. Like, you're both uncomfortable and you both really want to make new friends, so it's really easy to make friends with those kind of people, like with the other assistants and stuff, at least in my experience. So that helps, and you have people who are in a similar situation who can relate to you. And I had really good friends in France also that I really miss now that I'm home. So once you live abroad, you always are going to be missing somebody. That's just how it is. The next question is from David. I'm planning to teach English through the Tapif program. My main concerns are money. Is the 790 euros enough to live off of? Yes, it is, at least where I lived. If you live in Paris, maybe not, or like a big city. That is the main reason. Well, I'm not a big city person anyway, but I would never want to do it in Paris because I feel like the money is just not enough. I have a friend who actually was an assistant in Paris last year, and she had a horrible time finding a place to live that she could afford on that salary. She ended up living with a friend. Luckily, she had a friend that lived there. But she said it was almost impossible to find a place to rent for that amount. And did you find your apartment fully furnished? Yes, my apartment was provided by the school where I lived. I still had to pay rent, but they had it set up for every assistant. So if they have an assistant this year, that assistant will live in the same apartment again. So they already had it set up, and it had furniture and everything, and then it had any kind of dishes, that kind of stuff that the previous assistant needed. There were things that I bought that I left there because I wasn't going to bring them home. So, yes, it was fully furnished, and, yeah. Alright, I believe that is the last question that I have at the moment. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and I will try and reply to them either there or in another Q&A if I have a ton of questions. And I guess that is going to be it for now. I'm hoping to get some more videos uploaded soon. I'm not sure what I have coming up next. I haven't finished my travel videos from when I went to Italy, so I would hopefully be getting that up soon, but we shall see. I almost forgot to mention this. I wanted to let you guys know that my friend Sarah is going to be doing Tapif this year, and she has a channel here on YouTube, and she was one of my first and most loyal viewers, so I wanted to give her a little shout out, and I will link to her channel below. Her channel is Sarah Richards Art. You can check her out and follow her journey along with Tapif as well. Alright, that's going to be it for this video. It's getting long, so thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. All of that really helps me out. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.